Hello, beautiful Aries. My name is Ginger, and I'll be reading your tarot cards and some oracle cards for you for the month of December. We'll find out what the energies are for the month of December for Aries. And I'm using two independent artist decks. One is called the ETA Oracle, and that is Emerging Toronto Artists. And then the other deck is the Artist's Inner Vision Tarot. I like both of these decks. They're very intuitive and the artwork is very interesting. So I'm going to pull 3 cards for the energies of December for Aries. So let's see what we have. That's on the bottom. That's the bottom card. We have Iris. We'll find out about her in a moment. Blood. Possible heartbreak. Doesn't look good. Iris, blood, and manifestation. Okay, so let's see what Iris is about. What is this little girl up to? Let's see. Iris. All right. The purple iris flower is traditionally symbolic for royalty, wisdom, faith, and courage. They have been planted over graves to summon the goddess to guide the dead on their journey. In this artwork, a female figure wears a crown of the iris flower, but also has feathers wrapped around her arms and flowing from her hair, suggesting she may take flight. With feathers being an angel symbol, this imagery also suggests the character may represent the spirit of the goddess within the flower. This card presents itself in readings as a spiritual guide, asking for your trust and courage to soar high by her wings. And so here she is, and you see the feathers in her hair and on her arms. So she's asking you to let her be your guide. And the second card, blood. Okay. When this card appears in readings, it is asking for acknowledgement of your fears and discomforts, asking you to face them head on, perhaps an opportunity for atonement. Channel your human experiences into a creative energy to help explore your emotions and promote inner healing. Blood is a life force. So I'm seeing where this is going, and it really makes sense in the scheme of things for you, Aries. This month is going to be about great transformation for you, and getting to the nitty-gritty of it, or the bloody depths of it, is important for you, and manifestation is your last card. So I'm going to read the description the artist has for manifestation, because I read it a little while ago and it makes sense to me. Okay. Monarch butterflies are symbolic of rebirth and transformation. They also serve to help open our eyes to the beauty of life and ourselves. Cherry blossoms are also a symbol of rebirth, and she has them in her hair. And like the butterfly, have a short lifespan, which reminds us to embrace the beauty of every moment. The left hand, or the left side of our body, is our feminine energy in both men and women. It indicates the ability to ask for help, to receive, to surrender, to nourish, and care for others. Be creative and artistic, and to trust in our own wisdom. So the left side, her left hand and her left shoulder is showing here. And so this is your feminine side, and it's asking you to surrender so that this manifestation can occur within you. This is a pretty powerful reading already. So let's see what the tarot cards have to say. Aries, for the month of December. And although I've already called them in, I'll call them in again for your benefit. I call in the divine, my spirit guides, teachers, and all other guides who are able to assist, guide, guard, and protect, and help me to offer the clearest, most accurate reading for Aries that I possibly can. And I thank you for your assistance. And I'm looking at the blood card. The Love Collective is already with me because I've already called them in and said my prayers and did my grounding with them. So Aries, what do we have for you for the month of December for Aries? We already have spiritual assistance. We have digging deep, getting down to the nitty-gritty of your situation, to the deep down dark spots and bringing the light there, and manifestation as your final card. Okay. And I'm going to do, I have stopped using the Celtic Cross for quite some time now, but I'm going to use that spread for these readings tonight because I actually started using it again this past week for some readings, and it's been pretty helpful. So I'm just going to continue in using that again. Okay, I have the Nine of Cups as the first card out. Nine of Cups, basis for the reading. Nine of Swords, crossing you for good or bad. Okay, that's what I call the nightmare card. We have as the underlying reason for this reading, I have the Four of Coins. It's the material world, holding on to what you have gained to this point. Then we have, this would be the Knight of Pentacles, the Prince of Coins, the Knight of Pentacles. Okay, that's in your past position. I have the Wheel of Fortune as the energy overarching this whole reading. It's the energy around the entire reading. Your near future is the Fool, something new coming in. It's in your near future. That's very nice. I like that. So let me put these cards here. And then your energy is the Four of Wands, which is, that's, often called the marriage card, but it's a card of celebration. So this is the energy around you. This is the energy that other people perceive to be around you. That's the Hermit. Okay, that's the perception of the energy around you by others and may be influenced by others a great deal. And then I have the Knight of Cups. Here it's the Prince of Cups. I have the Knight of Cups. Beautiful angels there. And then the final card is the Six of Coins, which is a very card of great benevolence. So I really like that. So let's see what we have for you here, Aries, for the month of December. All right, so we have the Nine of Cups in the centerpiece, and the Nine of Cups is a card about, a woman who makes her own way and is very, very successful at it. She's very successful. The thing is, in doing so, there hasn't been much time for friends and family, so she's a little alone. She's got this beautiful estate. The one thing missing is that she needs people to be there with her to enjoy this beautiful home that she's built and created for herself. So she's seeking now. She's retired. Let's say she's retired, and she no longer has to work so hard. She's reaping the rewards of years of her career. And but then she's crossed with the Nine of Swords. So maybe this is causing her some angst. Will I meet people? How will I meet people? Will my family come to visit me now that I'm free to be with them? And what will that be like? So, frankly, Aries, what I'm seeing here, Prince of Coins, so far is that your life has been really, really nice, and it looks like it continues to be really nice. However, there is some fear. There is some fear there. You come from a place where there wasn't a lot materially. Having 4 coins is not a little bit, but it's not a retirement plan. You know, maybe you started with that as a retirement plan, but it's not going to be that way forever. You know, it's not going to hold you over, and that's why you went out and worked so hard. You know, and in your past, the Prince of Coins, solid, stable work. You worked hard. This guy is solid and stable. I'm going to say that you did a lot of traveling in your work to create this wealth. Okay. And now we have the Wheel of Fortune. Now that you're not doing this work anymore, we have the Wheel of Fortune. And the Wheel of Fortune goes round and round. And, you know, when it shows up in a reading, typically it means that you're on the upswing, that things are going to start improving in your life in ways that you're seeking to improve it, in ways of manifestation. So, you know, you're guided now. Spirit guides you to find your family and friends again. And you know that difficult work will have to do with, how am I going to cultivate these relationships? Does my family have any interest in even spending time with me, since I've not given them much of my time? You know, so that's going to be that deep down work when someone is working all the time and they're not setting work aside to be with friends, especially during important occasions. You know, your friends are not too willing to go and spend time a weekend at your estate, right? What are you going to talk about? It's been a really long time. So you're going to have to you're going to have to learn how to be very social in a sincere way, loving, kind, hospitable, open, gracious. And that's going to take a little bit of work. So that's going to be the hard part for you, is getting back out into the world and cultivating this new life. But you have the Fool card here, which says you're on this new journey. And there are butterflies there as well. You see them? So I think you're off to a really good start. And then the Four of Wands, you know, this may be you celebrating your retirement and perhaps opening your home or your heart even to new people and celebrating them. Not so much you, but celebrating them. Perhaps you have family who has been around you, and you know, you just want to spend time at home with them and have a really joyous time. That's very possible. And the next card is the Hermit. So I'm looking at the Hermit and I'm thinking, yeah, this is time you need some peace. This is a major transformation. So even if this were not about work, this could be about taking care of a parent, having taken care of a parent, you know, living your life, and then at a certain point taking care of a parent. And you know, that could really throw a monkey wrench into your career plans, couldn't it? Or into your life in general. However, you do the right thing and you take care of the parent and you're steadfast. You know, this is showing steadfast. This is showing hard work and effort, the willingness to do the right thing, because the Knight of Pentacles does the right thing. And perhaps now that time of caretaking is coming to a close for whatever reason. And you're getting your life back to yourself again. And you're looking out now, what's ahead for me now that I've, you know, poured all my life, well, all of my effort into helping the life of my loved ones so that they had a good life at the end of their time here. And, you know, perhaps you know, I've taken care of two parents, and it's not an easy job. And we celebrate, you know, wow, that was really hard, but I did it and I did a good job. I'm really happy. And they were happy. You know, they were happy with the way that I took care of them. And so it is a time to celebrate life and the effort that we put into it that does bring its rewards because we feel good about ourselves for taking good care of a parent. And then we have the Hermit, which, you know, that's our time to pause and reflect and feel our feelings. And even if this is about work or a relationship with someone that is now over, you know, this has been a lot of work and effort and angst. And now we come to the time where we look back and say, you know, really taking a deep breath and say, wow, that was really hard for me. And how has this whole experience transformed me to this point? And where do I want my life to go in the future? So here we have the Prince of Cups. He's going to answer that question for you. He says, you're going to get busy and you're going to find some hobbies. You're going to find some hobbies where you really spend time alone. So it could be reading books. It could be painting, writing, crocheting, knitting, making quilts, something like that. It could be maybe you're going to learn how to do tarot reading, something like that. But where you mostly spend time alone because this is a time of reflection. And this is a time to allow your intuition free reign, right? Because in business or sometimes in taking care of another person, we have to be very logical. Although I have to say that intuition helps a lot with that. But in helping with our relationships, if they are, you know, coming to an end, sometimes we just need to think logically to get us through the situation, right? Now you're being asked to relax, let your intuition open up those creative places within you. And see, in this card, we have angels. And so I'm going to say that, you know, you're going to receive channeled messages. It's going to come through you. The messages from the angels will come through you. And this is how you're going to change and grow and process, because this has been a lifetime's work that I'm talking about. It's a lifetime's worth of work that has now come to an end. It's a major cycle in your life, and it's coming to an end. And it's a good thing. It's a good time to end. It's a good ending. You did everything really well, and you're being rewarded for that, and you're on a new journey now. But still, when we get the world in the tarot, we have to process that. And we get the Fool right after it, but still, we're processing the past so that we can move forward with a clear head and a clear heart. And that's what you have at the end of this reading is the Six of Coins, which is really a karmic card about the lessons of giving and receiving. And so you've given of yourself so dearly, and it is now time for you to receive. So sit back, Aries, receive, take a deep breath, rest. Use your time to rest in a way that really brings you some respite, because that's what is really needed here. All right? That is a really beautiful reading. And of course, this is all based upon free will. So you can do this, take this journey in any way that you see fit. The cards can only suggest, but we have free will. And we can create the story in any way that our free will chooses. So, you know, that outcome card is a possible outcome, but it doesn't have to be. You can choose a different ending to the story. All right. Okay. So that's my reading for Aries for December of 2021. I hope you enjoyed the reading, and please like, share, and subscribe on YouTube. I appreciate it. Take care.